market booth. Went in and restocked a bunch of stuff. Saw a lot of things just disorganized and moved around and disheveled and all that good stuff. That kind of thing drives me crazy, but I have to learn just to let go of it, just kind of let it be, because the fact I don't have the ability to get there every day to reorganize stuff. It's my OCD in me, I guess, that really just wants to let me be there like every single day and watch over and make sure nothing gets moved, nothing gets misplaced, all that kind of crap. Drives me absolutely ridiculously crazy. It's really, really hard for me to do, to leave that stuff there and walk away from it and not see it for a week or two or three. It's super tough on me. So definitely had a few items sell that I was excited about selling. I kind of looked at the sheet. I didn't go through it fully yet. When I get home or get a chance, I'll sit down and actually kind of start itemizing out the stuff to make sure the things I saw were missing were sold. And there's a few items I noticed were missing that I definitely looked at the sheet real quick and saw that was there. So that was a good feeling. I did get a check today, which actually was from like 2 weeks ago, because they write checks I think again tomorrow. So, or maybe it's tomorrow, the night after tomorrow, I don't know. It's like the 15th or 16th they write checks. So it's one of those things where, oh well, I'm happy to get the check I got from 2 weeks ago, whatever almost. And it was basically a nice little check. After paying booth fees, all that kind of stuff and that, I've got a check for $91.99. I have to look at stuff and see what all sold. The fact that I got a check at all is nice. Right now it looks like I owe them like $24 for booth rental, but that's for the month coming up. They haven't wrote a check yet out for that, so it'll get washed back off there or whatever, so I won't actually owe them cash, as it'll just come off the next rent for the next month. So definitely, I don't know, it's just kind of an interesting little deal so far. Like I said, it wasn't as bad as I thought it could have been. There was a lot of things misplaced in that. Once I go through the sheet, look back at my videos and stuff to see what all I had there, to what's all been sold and what's, not been sold but been moved or been misplaced or been stolen, that kind of stuff. It'll be kind of interesting. There's one item in particular I didn't see on the list real quick. I kind of looked down through and I didn't see it, but like I said, I didn't look at my list overall. I just saw I had a check for $91.99, so I was pretty excited about that. So definitely feeling good with the booth so far. I just got to see what's moving. A lot of stuff got moved around, so I got to get it reorganized. I think next time I'm going to bring up some more stuff and take out a few items that haven't been touched yet. You can kind of tell when something hasn't even been looked at, hasn't even moved. And then if it's not going to be sold, not going to be moving, I need to take it out of there and then maybe put it back in a few months. And my goal is to have every 3 months, if an item's been there for 3 months, I want to take it out of the booth and replace it with something else. So nothing's been there 3 months. I haven't had it moved 3 months yet. So I've got an idea of what I'm doing. I'm going to start putting different colored marks on my tags, that kind of stuff, so I know how long something's been there. So definitely that's what I'm doing right now. But just super excited. Like I said, I got a check for $92 basically. Can't beat that right now. So I have to, like I said, I have to figure out what I can keep replacing it with and keep that stuff moving. So one thing I did notice in there when I was putting out stuff, the lady that works there came by and I had a handful of teacups and saucers there. Some with decent price tags, some with $2 price tags, some with $25 price tags. And she pretty much told me that anything above, I think it was $4.99, I might as well take back home, because they've never sold a teacup in there, I think, above like $4.99. I said, well, I'm going to leave it set here for a while. If it's not sold in a few months, I'll take it and sell it somewhere else. And I noticed on the one sheet, one of my teacups sold for $14.99. So definitely glad I didn't listen to her on that, because I got $15 out of one of the teacups that she told me I wouldn't sell. So definitely one of those things that if you're at a booth and somebody says we never sell X, and if that's all you have, it might be worth setting up a booth. But if it's something you have multiple things and somebody says we don't sell items like that, and if they're not telling you you're not allowed to have it in there for state laws or reasoning or whatever, then just go ahead and ignore it maybe for once and see what happens. So definitely don't buck the system. Don't try and screw them over. Don't try and force something on them if they don't want it there, that kind of thing. But don't always take their word by saying the fact that this item will never sell, and you'll have to have it there forever, because eventually it will sell, and it just might not sell as fast as you want. And don't always go by somebody else's idea of what something's worth. If you know your item's worth X amount of dollars, feel free to price it there and leave it there and stick to it. Just realize the fact that your item may be worth $1,000, but in this location, this booth, this flea market, this whatever, it might only be worth $100. So you got to decide: do I want to sell it for $100, or do I want to take it to another flea market or eBay or wherever else you can get more money out of it. So that's my tip for today, is just because someone there that knows the area says they'll never sell, maybe the reason they never sell them above $4.99 is because nobody ever brings them in charging more than $4.99. So don't always believe everything they say first face value. Try it yourself and maybe break the mold a little bit. So anyway, have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Get out there and make a little money.